Um, all right, so Favour, you can join in. Let's see how it goes. Let me see how I do that because I need to see you on the screen. Let's see. Yes, you are coming in now. Let's see. Yes. Hello, Favour. We finally won.
Finally. I just want to apologize for the
Good.
delay.
No, it's fine. We've been waiting for you, and I'm so glad you are here. Sis Favour, I am really blessed to have you on JWTL podcast. And I believe so much that people out there, they are blessed as well. Because I know you, this is Pastor Favour, but she's a sister to me. So I know for sure you are blessed to have her as our, I won't say I grew up around her, but I have been with her a few years and I've seen how she maneuvers around life, and I'm inspired by that. Sis Favour, would you mind introduce yourself to the community for JWTL podcast?
Hello, I'm Lady Favour and I'm happy to be here. Firstly, let me just apologize for being so late. There were just things that were above my control. But I'm happy you invited me. God bless you.
Yeah, oh, no. This is so good. I am so happy, guys. Welcome. We are in the month of October. Actually, we were supposed to host this live in September, but what I love is that we are continuing building. So she's here just to give us a light on how to build your life. I'm not saying she's an expert, but so impressed because most of us, we really do want to come across certain boundaries to jump them, to go somewhere with life. So whatever you're going to give us as Favour to us, we're going to take note about that. Let's go straight to the questions. Says Favour, what does it mean personally to you when we talk about building your life?
Oh, wow. It depends on how the person looks at or understand the question, because when we speak of building life, it can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. But I'm going to choose to answer it this way. It also depends on who you are and what you believe in. So, because we might be doing same thing, but hoping for different results. So with me, building of life, it means me finding myself first, understanding who am I, understanding the power that influences my life, that influences my being as a person. Because if you don't have all of that, no matter what you do, you will always look or feel lost. You will never be fulfilled. So when you want to start building your life, firstly, make it a point that you understand your DNA, you understand who you are, you understand your source of power, who influences you, who blesses you, who gives you the wisdom. Then you will be able to put the foundation with an understanding of who you are.
Wow, man, that was impactful. That was very impactful.
Yeah. So with me, when I was, I don't know if I should carry on. Okay.
Yes, you can continue.
Yes. The other thing that you should take note of is you cannot build something that is already standing. When we speak of building, it's just the ground where there is nothing. It's either we are talking of something that has been taken, stolen, destroyed, that is not existing. Then we talk of building. We starting from ground zero. So in life, we go through different things. As people, we are confronted, we are fighting different battles in our own personal space.
Yeah.
So I will say with me, I will speak of my life after divorce. I had to
Yeah.
start building my own life as a person, as a young mother
Yeah.
of three. You know, I needed to
Wow.
start putting things together. And this time, alone with the
Yeah.
Lord, there was no one
Mm.
assisting me, to put brick after
Yeah.
the other. I had to do it by myself. Now,
Yeah.
I needed to discover who am I. I needed to discover
Mm.
who pulls me up when every force is pushing me down. I needed to know
Yeah.
and have a special kind of a relationship with that power, with that person. To me, it was
Yeah.
God. I needed to
Wow.
become a fan of Christ. I needed to love the Lord. And I then saw
Wow.
God taking it upon himself to assist me to navigate discovering how to be a parent alone all of a sudden, discovering,
Yeah.
how to provide by yourself with no one assisting you,
Yeah.
raising kids, a daughter who needs a father, raising sons who needs a father, no matter what you can give your kids, you can never be the other gender,
No,
you
you
know.
can't.
You can never
Wow.
be. So I needed to find a way in saying, God, take my hand, help me do this. Because on my own, I could not have done it. It's not
Yeah.
easy. It was not, yes. So I needed to say, God, I entirely, my whole being is in your hand. Only through you, I can be able to
Mm.
see tomorrow. And I've seen God
Yeah.
taking it upon himself to make sure that I'm able to live my life and is becoming better and better every day.
Wow, sis Favor, I am moved actually with what you said, and I believe so much that what you said that the point that I'm taking away is that you can never be the other gender, and that when you build from the surface. There's no building where you are building. It has to be a ground, and you have to find yourself, and you have to make Jesus your friend. Those are notes that I'm taking, and I believe that everybody out there who were thinking that they are the only ones who went through divorce and all that, but now they know that actually they are not alone. It's possible to go through divorce and to start life from afresh, and to build it and to become your own person, and no more crying, no more looking as to what am I gonna eat, because of you have understood who you are. That is so profound, sis Favor. I really love what you have just said to us. Let's just proceed to the second question. The second question, sis Favor, please bless us with your own personal experience when you were building your own life. Anyway, you have already answered that, but you can continue answering, because I see here people are putting in some love to show that really what you said, it was profound.
Okay. Um, yeah, to just add on what I've already said, I will always speak
Yeah.
from the point of being a child of God, because honestly speaking, I
Mm.
personally would not have done or even achieved the little that I've achieved in life if it wasn't of God.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for me, I needed to find something to take back to God with when I'm in trouble. As kids, when you
Mm.
grow up, when you are hurt or when you fall down, you will quickly say,
Mhm.
Mawe. In my language, I'm a Venda speaking, so I call my mother Mawe. So, yeah, if I
Mm.
fall, I will say Mawe. That just happens automatically. So, even when you are a child
Yeah.
of God, there are certain things or a pattern that you need to discover or to start for yourself, how you relate with God. Because I believe God uh,
Yeah.
um, relate with us differently as individual, because we are
Yeah.
not relating to God the
Yeah.
same way, even though it's the same God.
Yeah.
So with me, it was an
Mhm.
issue of saying, okay, I found a few scriptures. That was my motto. It was something that I draw strength when I feel that, what, every power is just pushing me down. It's like the universe has connived against me. It's like there was nothing I could do right. I will always go
Yeah.
back to two scriptures. One is Romans 28. Romans 8, verse 28.
Okay. Okay, it seems like we are losing her a little bit, but we will be patient because the things that she's telling us, it's profound. I love the things that she's saying. You know, normally as single mothers, I think I know it's not only single mothers who are watching this,
Yes.
and I know that people who are married as well, they will be able to be helped with what is going on. But I am thankful for what you said. Yes, I can hear you a little bit. It's just that I think where you are, we are having a problem of
I am all things work together. So even in this divorce, even in this pain, I want to see your goodness. I want to see your hands. I want to see you pulling me out. And I can say for sure, I have seen the Lord pulling me out of the pit, rewriting my life, rewriting my story, and I've become strong. I actually even thank all the events that I went through in my life, which were negative at the time. But looking back today, I now understand that God was creating a woman in me. God was creating a mother. God was creating a sister, a neighbor that people can now relate to and say, oh, if she has been through all of this and she's still standing and she's still testifying the goodness of the Lord, I too can do that. So it's never too late. You might be going through whatever that you are going through in life, all challenges. Trust me, all things work together for the good, including that very pain you are in right now. It's for your good. It's taking you somewhere. Sometimes we need to go through terrible experiences to discover who God is, to be ushered to the next step. That's why the word of God says, I will set the table before your enemies. So when you are busy praying that God, take away my enemies, you are delaying God to bless you because there must be spectators. There must be people who come and testify on your behalf that you have written that woman out. But look at her today. Look at her life. Look at how she has become. So we need to thank God for every situation that we find ourselves in and know that God is in control. He has not forgotten about us. That's how we can build our life first by putting a strong foundation, a foundation that can never be moved no matter what. When punches are coming through, you take it and say, yes, I've taken this punch, but I know all things work together for the good.
Wow, says Favor. It's like I'm in church and it's like my soul is being revived. And I love it when you say that don't uh, don't pray away your enemies. Let them see. Because I love it when you say that's where the glory of God comes in because you are delaying yourself. You actually putting it out there to say that enjoy uh, every problems you come across, whether be it a problem or an enemy that is taking you to your destiny. I love that so much. And I believe that the people at JWTL, they will take those notes. And let me tell you something, Favor. What you're telling us today, a lot of people need it. I've seen people asking me about those things that you are saying now because they were asking, what are you guys going to talk about? And I tried to highlight that. So a lot of people we can dress up happiness, but inside we need to know that we need to feed our spirit with what you are saying so it can go hand in hand together, my dressing up and what you are saying about our life. And I love that so much. To continue, we are on our third question, guys, and we still have two more questions for Faith's Favor. It says that in your own personal experience, what does it mean to build life with God? Like you and God together when you though you are answering these questions in every question that I'm giving you, but I love what you are telling us actually, Sis Favor. So you can continue telling us your experience, like what does it mean to build your life with God?
Okay. Building your life with God, it means total dependency on God. It means
Yeah,
that God will not be an option, that when
yeah,
option A did not work, then I will try God. Or if God does not work, I have option B.
yeah.
It's either God or nothing. It's either
Ish.
God or your plan B. But God can never be in competition in terms of showing who God is in your life. He is either
Yeah.
God or he is not there. So that is something that an individual must decide. I remember, I'm going to give you a story. I remember some years ago, it was in 2007. I was staying somewhere in Pretoria in West Park, there by the flats. So this very Saturday, kids were playing outside, and around 2, my daughter ran into the flat and she said to me, Mommy, I'm hungry. I need something to eat. And when I went to the kitchen, I found that I only have 2 slices of bread that was left. And we had 2 liters of water and a stock margarine that was so hard because it was in the fridge. So I needed to try and scrap with the spoon on it to try and butter the bread. And I gave my child. And remember, I've got 3 kids. So now those 2 slices, I gave it to her, meaning there's nothing remaining for my other 2 sons. And obviously, they will also be hungry. So when she took the bread, she ran out. She went out again to play. I went down on my knees in that kitchen and I raised my hands and said, Lord, I have phoned people telling them my challenges. I've asked assistance from people. I'm sure people now are tired of taking my phone call because when I call, it will be this or that. Today, I'm coming to you and I'm saying to you, Lord, if you are not going to intervene in my situation, if you are not going to change it, me and my kids are going to die in this flat. I'm no longer going to ask food or anything from anyone. I'm done doing that. And I said, amen. I went to my room and sleep. I remember my phone was off, but you know, God works in a very miraculous way. That very day, our pastor, who did not even know where we stay, he managed to find our place. He was phoning everybody in the church, asking where we stay. Eventually, somebody directed him to our flat. He brought us groceries. And I was shocked. I've never told this man my challenge, my situation. And obviously, when I go to church, we'll all look good. You know, we don't look like our problems. And now he's bringing grocery, vegetables, meat, and all this kind of. I was shocked. And he had an envelope, and he gave me that envelope. I said, "What is this?" He said, "No, this morning I went to church around 3 a.m. and I was praying, and the Lord instructed me to do this." So, and I was like, you know, Pastor, this food is not taken. They said, "No, I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to do what the Lord has instructed me to do." And he left. I was just standing there. So I opened this envelope. Then my tithe was not even up to 1,000 rand. But when I opened the envelope, there was money that was more than my tithe that I give every month in the church. And I immediately remembered what I just said to the Lord 2 or 3 hours before then, saying, God, if you are not going to intervene, I'm not going to ask anyone. And I saw God, you know, like I experienced God like that. You know, our God can hear our prayers. God hears our prayers. We just have to be patient. We just have to go to Him, not as an option, because for as long as you are using God as an option, you will never see the power of God. But the moment you go to Him desperately so, saying, Lord, only you, it is all about you, no one and nothing else but you. That's when you will start discovering who God is, and He will speak with confidence when you talk about it, because you have experienced Him in a way that no one can understand, because only you has met God.
Yeah. Oh, Sis Favour, what a word, what a word, what a word. Thank you so much. I don't know about others, but that for me, I pocket it for me and my kids. I'm touched actually, and I love how you elaborated strictly that God, if you wanna use God because He's the second option, or if you wanna use God maybe because of you've got another option aside, I don't know if people didn't do that and if people didn't learn from that, but I know that one day when they are cornered, they will remember or they will go to my YouTube to say that there was this pastor who was at JWTL podcast. She once said it, but for me, I'm implementing it as in now, and I thank God that you are our guest today because sometimes when you are reading the Bible, you think you know what you are reading, but actually today I'm realizing that the word of God is not limited to what you know. There's someone who will come and tell you more than what you thought you know. So I'm so grateful. Our um, our first question says, Favor, what challenges did you have to face during the process of building your life, and how did you overcome those challenges?
Oh, wow. Yeah, there are so many challenges here. Hence, I've said
Yeah,
in the beginning that sometimes you will feel like the world is conniving against you.
yeah. Ooh,
Because when you try one thing, something just pops. It's like, when you are trying to corner the water, put the water in the same place, and when you close this part, the
yeah,
other part just opens. That's how you will feel at
yeah,
times. Personally, this were mainly financial, if I have to put it that way. Because remember, I was a young mother raising 3 kids, and
yeah,
with no much assistance from
yeah,
whoever was supposed to assist. So it was
yeah,
tough on me. I needed to pay the place we were staying. I needed to pay for my car. The school fees was supposed to be paid. Kids needed food and they wanted clothes, and kids are kids. They don't understand those kind
yeah,
of things. You cannot tell them, no, we can't have this. They see their friends having it, they think they can also have it. So my
yeah. That's
challenge was,
true.
personally, I love selling things. I love generating money. So then the challenge that you
Yeah,
are going to meet when you are selling, when Bridget comes and you say this is 2 rand, Bridget is gonna say, sis Favor, it's me, at least give me for 100 rand. That's the challenge that you
yeah,
are going to face. And then when you try this one, that's how it is. We are not in a position, or we don't understand and appreciate when a person is trying, striving for a better life. As I don't know whether it's with our color, or is it our culture, or what stops us. But instead, if I see you trying to build your life, I'm going to,
yeah,
at least if I want to support you build your life, but I will also bring you down, because if you are saying you are selling me an apple for 2 rand and I want it for a rand, you know why you charge 2 rand in the first place. You know how much you bought it for. You understand?
yes,
But I don't know
yeah,
whether it's in our culture. We love basela. We love a discount too much, and it disadvantages us. That is why we never grow as African people. That's one thing that stops us from growing. You understand? But if we can develop
yeah,
an attitude of saying, you know what, I don't even need this apple. But for Bridget to go and stand in a street to sell this apple, there is a reason. There is some force that is pushing her to do that. Let me go and support her. Let
yeah,
me rather buy the apple for 5 rand, so that whatever she wants to meet,
yeah,
she can meet it. We don't do that. We rather come and say, okay, we want to take it from you, but at my own price. You understand? So those are the challenges that I have met, because I have tried to sell things so that it can help me when I put it together with my salary. I can have something to support my kids. But that was my challenge that
yeah,
I was meeting every day. Some will tell you, I will pay you on this date, and when that date comes, they are nowhere to be found. So those are some of the things that you will meet in your life. You see?
yeah.
Yes.
Wow, sis Favor. Oh, it was so nice, sis Favor, chatting with you. In a short period, I gained a lot, and I know because I've seen the people who are with us putting in some love and some fire to say that you are on fire. So I am really so honored. We are on the last one. The last one is just to ask you to just briefly give us your advice as young ones, as young mothers, as single mothers, and yeah, even those ones that are married, because sometimes people are married but they are single in their marriages. And I'm not talking bad about marriages. I'm just saying that even those people who are married, they do need advices on how to build their lives. So, would you mind giving us advice to say that keep on building? What advice can you give us when it comes to building our lives?
Okay, Bridget. There's nothing wrong you have said when you say some people are married but very much single. I'm a living
Yeah,
testimony of that. I was married, but I was very much single. You know what? I was so single to the point that I was truly single. But I was in a marriage, but I was a married person. I was mamuruti. I'm supposed to go to church and raise my hands and worship the Lord, faithful so. But deep down, I knew I was single. I knew I was
yeah,
raising my kids by myself.
yeah,
My situation, okay, might differ with somebody's situation. My ex-partner he was there material. He will buy you food. You will never go hungry. I don't want to take credit where it's due. He will buy food, he will give you money, he will do all those kind of things. He will buy you
yeah,
car, one. But he was never present physically. He was never there emotionally. He never
yeah,
understood me. He didn't know me. And we were
yeah,
just busy growing apart in a marriage to a point
yeah,
that we became a housemates, to a point that we became roommates more than anything. And the communication now, it becomes about when it's necessary and due. It's no longer that thing of, hi, I'm just checking on you. Are you okay?
yeah,
We did not have, that was your own business. We only talk about,
yeah,
hey, the school fees, who's picking up the kids, those kind of things. You understand? So, yes, you can be married, but still find yourself very much single in that marriage. But the most important thing is not how people are or how they are relating with their partner. The most
yeah,
important thing that I would like every girl, I would love every woman to have in their mind, build up
yeah,
your life in such a way that when a person A decide to move out of your life, when a person
yeah,
A decide to stop providing what they've been providing for you, you are able to carry
yeah.
on as if they never existed, as if they've
Ah,
never been there. So even
yes.
if you are in your marriage and you are happy, your partner is providing, is supportive, is there. As a woman, I will
Yeah,
advise you, work on yourself. Don't allow
yeah,
your partner to grow alone. As he's growing, make sure you are also growing. As he's
wow.
studying, make sure you are also studying. As he's doing businesses, it doesn't matter. You might be on doing a mining business. Maybe you don't have capacity or even knowledge to do that. Go do
Yeah,
hair, have a salon, do nails, do something, but do something with your hands, with yourself, for yourself. Be in a
yeah,
position that
wow.
when somebody says, drop those car keys, you are able to drop them and pick another and carry on
Yes.
with your life. Don't be a woman that
Wow.
when they say, put that down, you are left with nothing, you have to beg. There's a joke that I love so much that I have seen on TikTok recently when this guy was
Yeah.
saying, your tears are only crying for boys. You never worship God and cry. You only.
Yes.
So I'm saying to you,
Mm.
don't be that woman. Whenever you go down on your knees, is to beg somebody to provide, is to beg somebody to stay.
Yes.
Don't be that woman. Be a woman when they say, I'm leaving. Ask if I can assist you opening the gate. Ask if I
Yes.
can assist you packing. Be that kind of a woman. I'm not saying be arrogant, no. But I'm saying position yourself to every season that you can find yourself in life. I personally, when I found myself in that season, nobody had told me that life can be so cruel. Nobody had prepared me that things can be like this. I had to figure it out by myself. So I'm here to say to you, empower yourself. Take every opportunity presented to you for your own betterment, so that you become the kind of a mother. Your kids will look at you and say, I know as long as mommy is there, nothing will go wrong. Be that kind of a woman. Let's be women who takes pride in doing things for ourselves, in providing for our families. Let's be, even when we have, God has blessed you with a partner who can do all of that. But be that kind of a partner who's also able to say, my husband, I have booked us a holiday away as a family. Everything is being taken care of. Be that kind of a woman who goes to the bank, even if you are going to bank 500 rand a week, it's fine. But be that kind of a woman who would say, I have my own money. If somebody invites me to a restaurant and leaves me there, I will be able to pay a bill. I will not be humiliated and wash dishes. Be that kind of a woman when they promise you to give you money to do your hair and they decide not to give to you, you will come home with a new hairstyle. Be that kind of a woman. Be that kind of a woman who knows that our God created us because he needed us, he wanted us. We were not a second option for God to create a woman, but he wanted us, he created us because he loved us. So if our Father owns everything, if our Father has everything, then we are also, it's our birthright to have them. We shouldn't live like a second-class citizen in this life. No, we are not second-class citizen. We are daughters of the Most High God, and we deserve every good things. So we need to position ourselves to be in a place or position to receive. When God blesses others, he can also bless us.
You left me speechless, Mrs. Favour. The things you said, they were so impactful. It was a mouthful. It was a full flesh cow meat. If people didn't take that, I don't know. If a woman didn't grab that, I don't know. I'm just taken, and I'm gonna hold on to that I myself as well, because I always take good advices from you. Sometimes I might not tell you, but when times are hard, I'm like, Sis Favor once told me this, so we are journeying on. So thank you so much for your presence. You graced us with your presence. I know you are a busy person, but thank you so much for coming to JWTL podcast. People who did not was not able to be live with us, they will find this video on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna post it there. So today our guest was Pastor F. Favour. She's my very own sister. I love her so much. She's a kind of woman who hit the floor and the devil says, ouch. She once made me laugh. She said, you know, I fight different. And even today, when I think about that, it makes me laugh and say, I know the devil was hearing that. So, Sis Favour, thank you so much for gracing us. May God bless you, and may your businesses, may your children calls you blessed, and may your businesses flourish. You know, I speak abundance of grace upon you. Thank you for speaking life into our lives and teaching us what is building. I know I know we'll podcast again live together in one studio. I have no much but just to say thank you.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for the chance. And I truly appreciate, you know, this moment. And I also want to appreciate the viewers. May the God bless all of us as we strive to make our life better every day. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Sis Favour. Bye.
Bye.